Welcome to Deep Dive. This is Deepal. Let me tell you, by now I have lived in both parts of the world, East and West. And I have noticed one common habit everywhere. And that habit is people love buying things on credit. We swipe the card today and promise ourselves we will pay later. One purchase doesn't feel like much, then another. Slowly, the balance grows. The statements arrive, minimum payments are made, but the total amount due keeps increasing. And one day, we look at our finances and we feel overwhelmed. Now we have too many accounts that are unpaid. Now we have too many pending dues. And we find ourselves in a complete financial mess. I'm not here to discuss any financial problem solution scenarios. I'm not here to give you any lectures on how to manage your finances. But I have seen similar things happen in our lives when we talk about our intentions, our tasks, our action items. I have noticed this in my personal life so many times. Every now and then, there are ideas that pop up in my mind. There are things that come to my mind and I feel like I should be doing them at some point because either I would have fun doing them or maybe they add some value to my life. They help me grow. They help me learn something. The ideas like I should watch that video because it has some important advice in it, or I should go to the library today or later and find a cookbook so that now I can start cooking meals more creatively. Maybe I should buy a whiteboard and teach my kids at home. I should learn a particular skill. I should call that person because I haven't spoken to them in years. I should fix that thing in the home because that needs my attention, and many more. Every day, things like this appear in my mind. The time I have these ideas in my mind, I feel like I would be able to recall them when I am going to do them, or I would be able to retain them so that I would be able to complete them at some point. But all I do is that I just take that small mental note. I tell myself that I will remember this and I will do it later, or maybe I will do it soon whenever I get the opportunity. But what I don't do here is that I don't write them down, I don't schedule them, I don't decide to do them. So most of these ideas stay there, not just for a day or a week, but for months. And some ideas stay there for years and they never get addressed. And along those lines, new ideas still keep appearing and being added to that list. Maybe it's a next week, maybe it's next month. And soon I find that I'm carrying dozens of unpaid intentions, unpaid ideas, unpaid and unaddressed things to do. As a result of this, what happens? Just like unpaid bills create financial stress, unfinished intentions create mental stress. On one hand, I procrastinate. On the other hand, I feel constantly unproductive. And there is this subtle background anxiety, a quiet voice reminding me of all the things I said we would do at some point and never did. I feel behind. I feel disorganized. I feel like I am not living up to my potential. And I'm sure this may be happening with many of you. And if this is happening to you, then I believe the real problem is not the lack of our ability here. I have realized the problem is here accumulated mental debt. When everything feels important, nothing gets done. There are no priorities set. There are no timelines. There is no clarity, but just a long, invisible list floating in our head. And the heavier it gets, the less we want to look at it. Just like opening a credit card statement we have been avoiding. So now, what's the solution? So, according to me, the solution is to stop living on mental credit. The moment an idea appears, let us write it down. Capture it. Get it out of your head and onto the paper. And then within 24 hours, review the idea. Review the intention. Review that task. And ask yourself, is this truly important? Does this align with my priorities? Do I want to commit time and energy to this? If your answer is yes to any of these questions, then schedule it, give it a date, and execute it. If it is not important, you can consciously let it go. But do not let it flow around unpaid in your mind. Because at the end of the day, clarity creates freedom. When your to-do list is intentional and limited, you feel lighter, you feel focused, you feel in control. Because productivity is not about doing everything that comes to mind. It's about deciding by filtering what truly matters and then paying your mental dues on time. So stop charging your mind with endless I should list. Write things down, decide, act, or delete if it is truly not important. Don't let unpaid intentions quietly drain your peace and potential. Take a pause. Think about if this is something that is bothering you. If this is something that is making you feel unproductive and unfulfilled because you have not been able to address some of the intentions, some of the ideas, some of the tasks that you think you should do and add value to your life. And see if this much of a clarity helps you navigate your life in a more conscious way. Thank you for listening. I will see you in the next video.